What's up, Facebook? We're live. It's Friday. It is quarantine happy hour number 4. It's April 3rd. It's Friday. And we're about to get started. Today, we are making a, we'll call it an apropos margarita. It's called the Coronarita, aka the Mexican car crash, aka Mexican bulldog margarita, aka Quarantina, the Coronarita. So some of the things you're going to need for this particular cocktail, drink, margarita, whatever you want to call it, are as follows. Number 1, tequila of choice. I'm drinking Jose Cuervo Especial. We're doing some gold today. You can also make this with silver tequila. Don't worry. We picked up some Food Lion Zing Zang all natural sweet and sour mix. This is the good stuff. But you know what? I drank one of these earlier, like 10 minutes ago, and there's not enough lime in here, so I'm going to put a little extra lime, and I'll explain that later. And then finally, we're also going to do some triple sec. Now, these two ingredients are key. I can't make those at home, but I can make this at home, and I'm going to teach you how to make sour mix if you don't have any at home. Finally, you're going to need a Corona. Got the cap still on it because we're going fresh. I also have a bowl of salt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to salt my rim, and of course, I've got a lime. I did go food shopping. I did pick up some limes. Before we get started, I want to let you know, you might have noticed from the title, this episode is after we make the drinks. It's going to feature a Q&A session. I'm going to sip on my Coronarita and answer any of your questions because I can see your comments as they roll through, and I'll answer some questions. But after I make my drink. So first things first, let's wash our hands, because I always forget to do that. And in these trying times to our immune systems, it's always a best option to be safer than sorry. We should be washing our hands. So I'm going to go ahead and wash. I'm going to give it a few seconds. I know you're supposed to sing like happy birthday twice or something like that, but to be honest with you, I don't have time, and I'm the only one drinking this, so whatever. All right, so let's go ahead. Washing my hands, and they're rinsed and they're good. So, we're making a Coronarita. For those of you who are just joining, we've got our tequila, we've got our sweet and sour mix, we've got our triple sec, we've got our Corona, we've got our salt and our lime. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put some ice in our shaker, and of course, I didn't prepare the ice, because I get so excited to talk to you guys that I forget to put ice in it. So let's go ahead and get some ice. Now the Coronarita, like I mentioned, is also known as the Mexican car crash. I don't know why, other than I would imagine that it's very unsafe to drive after one of these drinks. So, all right, we've got ice in our shaker. Let's go ahead and move all the rest of our ingredients out of the way and jump in. So we're going to start with our tequila. The first thing we're going to do is 1.5 parts tequila. So normally I would do a double, but I'm going to do a double. So we're going to go ahead and pour 1.5 parts tequila would actually be 3 parts, right? So here's 2, and here's 1 more. Bam. Nice. We've got our tequila. Next, we're going to do some sour mix. Now, you might not have run out to Food Lion right before this video and picked up sour mix. That's okay. You can actually make it at home. All you really need is lemon and lime, everything else you have in your house. And the ingredients for sour mix are a lemon and a lime, or a cup of each juice. So a cup of lemon juice and a cup of lime juice, a cup of water, and a cup of sugar. Basically, all you do is you put your cup of sugar in a cup of water in a pot on the stove, and go ahead and boil that for about 7 minutes. Stir it up, make it nice and syrupy. Add the salt, add the lemon, add the lime juice, a cup of each. Boom, you got sour mix. But I went out and bought some, so we're going to use that. Now, For this, we did 3 ounces here, so we're going to do 6 ounces of sour mix, and we're going to go ahead and do that. So, as you guys know, the top of this particular jigger is 2 ounces. That's it's pretty average, so that's 1, 2, and 3 is 6. Very nice. We've got that going. Okay. Finally, we've got to add our triple sec. Triple sec is going to be 1.5 ounces. So triple sec you can't make at home. You can't boil anything. Well, at least I don't know if you can. If you can, let me know in the comments. So what did I say? We're going to do 1.5 ounces of this. So 1.5 ounces is going to be 1 of those and 1/2 of one of these. 1/2 of one of these. What's the movie? Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Sharon Stone. Okay, so we've got all the important ingredients in here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cover that, but we're not going to shake it just yet because there's a little bit of work we got to do first. So, next, we're going to take our lime. Like I mentioned, I went out to the store because I didn't have any limes yesterday. I got some limes for this particular one. So, we're going to go ahead and cut our lime in half. And we're going to rub it around the rim of our appropriate Corona glass, pint glass. And we're going to go ahead and get some lime juice on the rim. And we are going to dip that rim in a bowl of salt. That's salt, not sugar. Sugar's going to ruin it. Salt's going to make it better. So let's go ahead and get some salt on this rim. Nice. That's a nice rim job right there. Okay. Now, one thing that I will say, and I said it earlier, my sour mix, for some reason or another, doesn't have enough lime in it. So I'm just going to squeeze 1/2 a lime into here and get some nice juices flowing in there. Bam. All right. Now we're going to give it a shake. Very good. And pour. How's it going? How's your Friday? It's Good Friday? Had a good day. Excited for the weekend. I actually left the house today. Pretty interesting. Lots of people on the road for the amount of people who are supposed to be home right now. Cool, so we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and put a lime slice, not a lime wedge, but a slice of lime on the edge of the glass right there. And we are almost done. We're missing the key ingredient, and that is our Corona. Let's pop open a bottle of Corona. This was a gift from my beautiful, lovely girlfriend, like a year into our relationship. It's a magnet. It's a bottle opener. It's pretty cool. It's got my name on it. Pop that open, and we're going to drop it right into our Rita. And boom, there you go. There's your Coronarita. Now, you pop your favorite reusable straw in, because we don't drink from plastic in this house, and sip. Cheers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So folks, that's the Coronarita. And like I mentioned in the title, like I mentioned in the beginning of this episode, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. We're going to do a little Q&A session. I'm going to sip and enjoy while you guys ask me any questions you like in the comments, and I will answer. So, please, by all means, throw your questions at me. How did you get thyme? How did I get lime? Well, Uncle Dan, the food store, Food Lion, is an essential business, and luckily they sell limes. Luckily they also sell sour mix, which is pretty cool. And as you guys probably know, the liquor store is also an essential business. So props to the grocery store and liquor store workers. Love them. Courtney, how do I know so much about rim jobs? No comment. Come on, give me more questions. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and sip. Tomorrow's Saturday, the 4th of April, 4/4/20. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a happy hour tomorrow. Haven't decided yet. Tomorrow's the weekend, and I'll probably have to take a little bit of time off to figure out my schedule for the week of what drinks I'm going to be doing throughout the week. This is an apron. It is a navy apron. I got it for Christmas, I believe, and it's one of my favorite things. It's actually my favorite thing to wear in the kitchen by itself, without anything underneath. I just wear the apron usually for breakfast. That's a great morning. So it is an apron. It is a full apron, goes down to the knees, so it covers all the important stuff. Logan, I am not going to answer that question. We're not talking rim jobs. This show is not about rim jobs. It's about the Coronarita and happy hour. But I appreciate the enthusiasm about the rimming. Why don't we do this? Tell me what you guys are drinking tonight. Who's drinking? What are you drinking? So today I did a plank challenge. My company does a plank challenge every Friday, and today's Friday, and we did one on Instagram Live, and I was a guest star on the company's Instagram Live, and I did a 5-minute plank, which is the longest I've done in probably a few months, and I'm very excited about it. I'm very proud of it, except that I was pretty much dead afterwards, and I had to sit for like 15 minutes. Carlos, I shaved my head. This is a good question, Carlos, because I'm sure a lot of people are probably wondering. I shaved my head because I was losing my hair, and a little bit of early onset male pattern baldness. A little bit in the typical bald spot and a little bit of a widow's peak forming. So I was kind of thinning in the back, and I figured, you know what? I'm going to get ahead of it and go ahead and shave it. A plank is it's an ab core full body. Well, some say full body, but I would say it's more of a core workout where you put your elbows on the ground and your toes on the ground, and you keep everything else off the ground. So your only contact is your forearms and your elbows and your toes. Matt, I will not chug this drink. No, I'm not going to chug this drink. I will take a huge sip, though, because I chugged the one before I started going live. So I'm going to go ahead and take a giant sip. The thing about this one is that it refills with the Corona. Let me go ahead and pop that in there. Now, I don't know, many people probably don't know this about me, but I actually don't like tequila. Not a huge tequila fan, but I know a lot of people who do like tequila, so I figured this would be a pretty cool drink to do. We got a lot of new people popping in. People whose names I haven't seen for a while, so welcome to the show. Thanks for popping by. I made myself a Coronarita. You can start from the beginning of this video once I post it if you want to learn how. But weekdays, I think I'm going to do this show every weeknight, Monday through Friday, until at least we get back onto a regular schedule of, working, in which case it might be a couple of times weekly or maybe as little as once a week. But hopefully I can keep this going because I know a lot about mixology. I know a lot about different recipes, and I'd like to keep this one going. Caitlin, the queen, she's upstairs on her throne in a study session for grad school. Later, Matt. Talk to you soon. Actually, I do want to talk to you, Matt, so I'm going to send you a message. Yeah, Caitlin's studying right now for an exam, and that's on Tuesday at grad school. She's awesome. She's been studying so hard. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd probably have dropped out of grad school by now. Anybody have any suggestions for the show or recommendations, drinks that you might want me to make in the future? I'm all about it. I'm all ears. I have a ton of recipes and a ton of access to recipes if I don't know them. So feel free to throw me some suggestions, some recommendations. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, finish this drink. Cheers to those of you who are drinking, and have a great night to those of you who are not. Have an awesome weekend. I will talk to most of you soon. I will see you soon. I've never made an appletini, Nick But now I'm pretty excited. Now I think I'm gonna try that one next. Appreciate that suggestion, Nick. Maybe that'll be my Monday recipes, an appletini. How do I deal with a hangover? Great question. If I'm hungover the next morning, I drink a giant cup of coffee. First you fill a pint glass like this, actually, with water, and squeeze a lemon in there, a little bit of lemon juice. Warm water. The key is warm or room temperature water. In a pint glass with a little bit of lemon juice. Down it real quick. If you want to get special, you can do a shot of apple cider vinegar as well. And then a cup of coffee and ease into your day. That's how you deal with a hangover. Moscow Mule, Mint Julep, these are good. These are good. How do I feel about day drinking? I'm a fully supportive. 100%. If day drinking ran for president, I would vote for it. That's how I feel about day drinking. Steve, what's going on? I know you're drinking tonight. Good to see you around here. Tom Clark, haven't seen you in a minute. But for those of you who just joining, made a Coronatini. That's a little bit of tequila, a little bit of triple sec, a little bit of sour mix, lime, and a Corona. The Corona is usually sticking out of the bottle, but I poured the rest in, and now I'm just sipping with my favorite reusable straw. It has been a while, Tom. It certainly has. You know, it's funny. For those of you who don't know who Tom is a friend of mine from high school, Central Regional. And we graduated in 2013, which is nearly 10 years ago, which is ridiculous. Like, completely, stupidly ridiculous as far as how long that was. And I'm excited for a 10-year anniversary. Anniversary reunion. I have no idea where or when it's going to be, and I have no say in the decision making. But as long as there's an open bar, I'm down. Do I think about doing this on the side? As far as bartending, probably not. My schedule is pretty full as it is, but I'll tell you what, I would be open to it. I definitely enjoy it, and I definitely enjoy serving others and making people happy. So if that's what I can do as far as bartending, I'll do it. I probably won't be making drinks at the reunion. I will most likely be drinking drinks at the reunion. But we'll see. You never know. Maybe the reunion will be at, like, my mansion in 3 years. We'll see. Probably not. Delancey, I'm doing great, buddy. Good to see you on here. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while either. I hope you're still singing. Mr. M, Mike. I don't think I've ever called you Mike. What's my favorite drink? It's a good question. My favorite drink is probably, I made the Tom Collins the other day. Tom Collins is a big favorite of mine. Tom Collins is a drink that I really, really like. But it's a little complicated, and if I'm at a bar and it's crowded, I'll probably not order the Tom Collins. I'll probably just go for a gin and tonic, because gin is my favorite liquor. Because I'm an old man, and apparently it's an old man drink, and that's kind of par for the course for me. So I like the gin and tonic with a squeeze of lime. I love a Tom Collins if I have the luxury of sitting and enjoying it. I also am a huge fan of the mojito. A little bit of a muddle action with some spearmint and some lime and rum and whatever else goes in a mojito. I'll make that next. So nobody's told me what they were drinking. And I'm upset because it seems like I'm the only guy drinking here. And it's Friday, and it's happy hour, and I can't be the only guy drinking here. Any good drinks I recommend for the summer? Great question. The Tom Collins, number one. Number two is actually the drink I made yesterday. It was a Sea Breeze. A Sea Breeze or a Bay Breeze, if you prefer pineapple. The Sea Breeze is made with grapefruit juice, cranberry juice, and vodka, a little bit of ice, and a lime. But if you prefer, you can do that with pineapple juice, and that's called a Bay Breeze. So pineapple juice, cranberry, and vodka, or rum. A lot of people like that with rum. Those are good summer drinks. A Coronarita is actually a really good summer drink as well. And you can't beat just sipping a beer at the pool. My favorite NFL team, I was going to say that I'm ashamed to say, but I'm not. I'm proud to say my favorite NFL team is the Jets. The New York Jets, 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 Jets. That's my team. Sam Darnold's bringing the Jets to the AFC Championship 2022. That's my prediction. Sea breeze. Could be for girls, sure. You know, it's funny. My mom, when I made the sea breeze yesterday, my mom messaged me. She said, I used to like that. And that's how I know that that drink is for girls. Because my mom is not a drinker. Not anymore. But if she liked it, then you know it's super sweet. Because only the sweetest for my dear, sweet mother. Bud Light. Hey, Bud Light's good. You can kill a Bud Light. I love it. Have I ever made jungle juice? Yes, Nick. And you know what? That's a great question. One of these happy hours, I'm going to make jungle juice because a lot of people do it wrong. And there's a lot of frat guys out there who don't know the intricacies and the delicacies that go into, the nuances that go into making a really good, memorable jungle juice. So you know what? I'm so glad you brought that up, Nick, because jungle juice is king. And I'm the king of the jungle. How are you making out on the coronavirus? I'm making out totally fine on the coronavirus. I wear gloves and a mask when I leave the house. Not an N95 mask, just like a white mask with a metal clip and latex gloves when I leave the house. And I try not to leave the house much, but if I have to run out and grab limes or sour mix or whatever, I'll do that. And except I don't wear gloves when I walk the dog, which I do every day, multiple times a day. But otherwise, I'm doing okay. Delancey, I hope you're doing well. I hope your family's healthy. And that goes for everybody as well. I hope you guys are all doing great. And you're healthy, you're staying safe, you're staying inside per your state and federal government mandates or recommendations or whatever. One topic I would like to just kind of touch on because it happened today and it kind of grinded my gears a little bit was I work in Newark, Delaware, which is the home of the University of Delaware. And apparently there were some kids, UD students, living in an off-campus apartment who had a party. And they had 20 people at their apartment. And they got in trouble with the law. And police came and they charged those two students who were the tenants of that apartment with some crime. I don't know. But I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree that students or anybody should be charged with a crime for having people over their house, even if it's more than 10 or 20 people. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. Let me know what you think. But the way I look at it is the First Amendment guarantees you the right of the freedom of association here in this country. So I understand and I agree that those people were stupid for having 20 people in their apartment, but I don't necessarily think they're criminals for it. So there's a lot to be said and there's a lot to be seen when it comes to the coronavirus and how we're reacting to it, but that's just my opinion of some random occurrence that you guys probably wouldn't have known about. Hey man, we all need money. Right? I'm glad you're considered essential. If that's where you're working, if you're working at Walmart, there's a lot of people who depend on Walmart for food, right? And whatever other essentials are in their house. So as long as you stay safe and you follow the rules and you wear your gloves and do whatever else, I'm glad you're doing that. Goose is trying to eat the ice cream off the floor that fell out of the freezer. That's exactly right, Nick. I agree. They should have gotten a warning, something. Just say, hey, listen, you know, like, you shouldn't be doing this. The governor said you shouldn't be. And that's another thing. I don't even remember getting word from, because I live in Delaware too. I don't remember like getting an email or something in the mail saying, hey, there shouldn't be more than 10 people at a time. Like, maybe that was a federal suggestion, but it doesn't supersede the Constitution. But I agree with you. They should have got a warning, not charged. I agree. So, little a Netflix show suggestion for those of you who are looking for something new to watch instead of watching The Office for a 20th kind of rerun, which I'm doing anyway. But there is a show on Netflix which has been around for a while, and I just started it like a couple weeks ago, and it is awesome. The Blacklist. So if you watch The Office, you know who Robert California is. It's played by James Spader. He's awesome. He plays an FBI informant kind of guy. He's actually a world-renowned criminal, and he partners up with the FBI and solves cases for kind of his own reasons. But it's an awesome show. It's a really good one. I definitely suggest it. Have I ever watched the show Empire? I have not. I've seen a few episodes, like one episode, but I've heard it's pretty good. Haven't really dove into it. Is it on Netflix or is it on Amazon Prime? Because if it's on either of those, I can watch it. The Sopranos, yes, absolutely. I'm actually just finishing up season 5 right now on The Sopranos. I've been watching The Sopranos for probably like four or 5 months now, because The Sopranos is a dense show. Like, you could watch, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 episodes of The Office in a row, but I can only watch maybe 3 max of The Sopranos before I'm like, okay, I need to take a walk. Peaky Blinders, I've heard a lot about. My dad watched that one. He said a lot of good things, so I'll probably watch a little bit of that. You know what's a good one? Delancey, you just said it's on Fox. That reminds me, Lucifer. Lucifer on Netflix, awesome show. Surprising. Like one of those shows that's like, maybe I'll try it out, and then you're hooked in like a half an episode. What's up, Brett? Welcome to the show. Brett, I've always wanted to ask you, and I don't know if you're going to comment on this about it, but did you make like a good amount of money on the Bitcoin boom? Did that get renewed? Are you talking about Lucifer? Lucifer got, I think it's on the 5th and final season, is being released soon. Have I seen Mad Men? Yes, I have seen Mad Men. Speaking of day drinking, yes, absolutely. I do my best every once in a while in certain situations to be just like the guys in Mad Men. I can't quite have a 3 martini lunch, but I do my best to be as classy as them. Hence the apron and the shirt and the towel, and this show. And the gin drinks, because, like I said, I'm an old man, and that's what I do. I'm going to go ahead and cut this show. It's been about a half hour, and nobody wants to watch a 30-minute show if it's not live. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I will teach, I teach every day on Happy Hour on how to make certain drinks, so I will absolutely teach you, D, whenever you're ready to go. So I'm going to head out. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I really appreciate your time watching this show. And feel free still, message, comment on this video, do whatever you got to do. Let me know what drinks you want to see me make and enjoy. And I will do that. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great Friday night. Have an awesome weekend. Have a fantastic rest of your day here. And I'll see you on Monday if I don't see you before. Thank you.